there are a lot of good men out there that, are providers and want to take care of their families, and do right by their families, but they're quietly struggling with mental illness and they don't want to ask for help due to fear of, you know, uh, people viewing them as weak. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling women and men for many years now, who have experienced abuse as well as those who have been perpetrators of abuse and other violent crimes. One of the things I wanted to get on here and talk about, in counseling, because you guys know I talked a little bit about warning signs in relationships, that there's a lot of good people out there, but there's also good men out there that want to and do a good job of holding their family down, holding you know holding just their people down, and doing right by them. Sometimes it's to their own detriment, and sometimes people will work, people will do what they need to do to take care of their family, but they don't take care of themselves. And I'm sure, um, you know, a lot of men especially, who might go to work every day and is a hard worker, but when it comes to his own health, and things like that, they don't go to the doctor, so they may not, and I think somebody made a post about this the other day, like, why don't you ever see men at the dentist or at their primary care physician's office and things like that? And so there are men that just they don't take care of themselves as well as they should. They're good at sort of making sure that everybody else is taken care of in their family, but not of themselves, right? And I have encountered this a lot over the years, because I've counseled quite a few men, over the years, and had a lot of good rapport with a lot of good men, or seen men in the hospital that needed to go to counseling due to working themselves to the bone or to the brink of a breakdown. And it's I'm here to tell you that it is okay, for men to ask for help. It is okay to look after yourself. Asking for help doesn't make you weak. Taking medication doesn't make you weak. Saying that something doesn't feel good, or I feel like something's wrong, doesn't make you weak. Nene Leakes, I just saw a clip of her. Oh gosh, I forget who she was talking to, but she's doing a podcast and she was talking about her now deceased husband, Greg, and how, he was sort of a rock for her family, but he was a man that, sort of held the family together and, held her down, but he did not go to the doctor. And then when he did go to the doctor, it was too late. He had like advanced stage cancer and things like that, before he went, but otherwise he was not going. And he was a pillar of strength, and then until he wasn't. So, here's a reminder to, you know, um, take care of yourself. Men need to definitely do what they need to do to take care of themselves. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to go to therapy. There's a lot of therapy services for men. If you don't like Dr. Jones, that's fine. There's a website called Therapy. Um, there's therapy for black men, but there's also other websites and things like that, that you may find helpful in terms of, finding therapy. But definitely go get your physical checkups. Definitely go get that pain checked out. And I remember even when I was in prison, a lot of men, that would not go to medical, and they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to have to deal with that, because it's like, oh, I think they're not gonna take me seriously, that I have some sort of ailment, or they just sort of, they don't care that I'm sick, and or I'm afraid that I'm going to get judged by another man. If my doctor is a male doctor, he's gonna judge me negatively. I'm going to get judged negatively by men in my family, or men in my community, like my peers or whatever. If you're tough, you don't go to the doctor. You don't ask for help. You don't excuse me, you don't admit that there's a problem and things like that. And I'm here to tell you, nothing can be further from the truth. Real men cry. Real men ask for help. Real men, go to the doctor. Real men have challenges, and that's life. Um, and it's not, uh, it doesn't have to be a situation where you can go, where your problems go unaddressed, or your needs aren't being addressed. So part of, that doesn't make you less of a man or less masculine, so on and so forth. So be sure to take care of yourself, take care of your health, um, you know, model what that looks like for your children if you have any, but just do it for you, you know because the world needs more good, strong, solid men. um, the world needs it's good more the world needs more male role models to show men how to actively take care of themselves, to prioritize their health and their fitness, and just they need to see people that are well-rounded men that are taking things seriously and show what it's like to not only show up for their family but to also show up for themselves as well. So I hope that helps. Thanks so much.